Yes, sir. Yes,
Hold
sir.
up, baby.
Hold up.
We got that.
Hold up. Hold up.
Oh, you got the two.
Hold up, man.
Yeah.
We live
Son.
from the press conference, y'all. Welcome to the ILP podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful occasion. We got two champions that jumped into that ring. You know what I'm saying? To settle this once and for all. Lord King from the ILP podcast and my man, Lord Hip Hop, stepping up to the plate. So let's get it right to it, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Lord Hip Hop, I heard it was a very sensational win. So we're going to start with you first. You know what I'm saying? How this thing went down. You know what I'm saying? And you get the chance to talk your ish.
Nah, so all right, so the first thing is you know, when he was talking about the whole see, I like when y'all was talking about Cuphead and no cheating thing. I loved it. I enjoyed every bit of it. But one of the things that he had said in terms of performance enhancers, when he was using that term, I was like, okay, I like that. So my thing is, one of the things about me when it comes to debating or battling or anything is I like to use people's logic against them. Yeah. You understand? So if you're playing against me, then if I'm using performance enhancers and all this other stuff, that you're telling me that I need these things in order to get the job done. So I said, so if that's the case, you should, the way you're talking as if, you know, if you go up against me, then you'll be able to wipe me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I need these performance enhancers to get the job done. So I said, you know what? It's just going to be me versus you, and we're going to see who really needs the performance enhancing. And obviously it wasn't me, because I swept the shit out of your ass. Get out of here, son. I'll zip. You done.
Yo, yes.
You know what I'm saying? You looking bad out here, son.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I'm going to say? You know what I got to say to that? I found out about the game last night, brought the game in the morning. Found out about the game last night, brought my PS10 in the morning. Now I challenge you to a game on Xbox. It's God among us too. I tell you ahead of time. I give you a week to prepare. I ain't gonna tell you 1 second and keep it in the dark. Nah, but I ain't gonna front though. I ain't gonna front. I just gotta say one thing though. I gotta say one thing. One, well, actually, it's two things. You showed me, first of all, you're not the person I thought you was. You're a real dude. That's one. Facts. All right, I'm gonna keep that 100. All right, that's one.
Love you, bro. Appreciate that.
Yo, listen, 100%. Two, you was on time. You text me, send me the friend invite, and all that. You ain't duck, you ain't slide, you ain't moved to the side. No matter what the situation is, you stood up to the plate and you took care of your business. I can't say nothing against that. You know, as a real G, I respect the real G move.
Feed you those hands.
Yeah, you know, it's nice.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
It would have been worse if it would have been me, man. I can't play head-to-head fighters. It would have been even like it. I don't know how you get worse than 5-0, but it would have happened to me.
Listen, man. Like I said, he showed me things about the game that I didn't know about the game, and I respect his gangster. You understand? It wasn't even really no shit talking, to be honest with you. It was also.
Nah, we actually had a good conversation. We had a good conversation. No, it was dope. We had a good time, man. We had a good time. But another thing is,
okay, go ahead, Lord. I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'm gonna ask Lord King something.
Yeah, but another thing is, and this is something, when we was fighting, I was also telling him, because we was about to talk about the Cuphead thing, and I was like, let's not do that. Let's get everything as raw as possible for the podcast. But one thing that I want to show him is this, because I utilize his words against him by putting my own skills to the test, to use given the situation, the way this podcast is going. Now, if we never would have played and fought and stuff like that, then I would have came on the podcast, and then things would have been very like tension, and it would have been going back and forth, and it would have been more of a rah-rah type of thing as opposed to a growth moment and a respectable moment and a learning moment to understand one another. So you gotta figure out ways to break that ice. So I wanted to create a scenario that the moment we come on the podcast, is already driven by respect, so we could actually achieve what the goal is. And in order to get respect, I had to have him play me so I could show him that I really do this. Because there's a lot of people out there, and especially there's a lot of people in the industry now that really don't know how to play games because they're not game journalists. They're just journalists that happen to land a gig in the game industry. And a lot of people is like that. So in my situation, I don't mind showing and proving because I've been playing games since I was 4. So I feel like in my situation, I earn the right to do whatever I want, how I want, because I could back up whatever I say in any given situation, and I've been proven plenty of times and times again. That's what I do.
Let me ask you a question, right? When it comes to the Cuphead thing, because it was approached to the round table at the time. So anything that you got off the top, right? Now I want you to explain your end of it because what was
literally read my mind, that's what the people want to know because a lot of people was coming at you.
What was explained was you changed your mindset with that because there's a lot of content. Yeah, let me hear that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'll make this quick. I won't make this long-winded. The first thing is when I played Cuphead, I played it in packs and stuff like that. And I played it, and I was like, yo, the joint is dope. I love it. The response of the controls, the graphics, everything, the art style, I loved it. So I played it. And I knew it was hard, but I don't care. It was fun. It was fun when I died. I didn't care. Like, it was great. So then when I played the first stream, I played everything that I played the first time when I'm doing a demonstration to the people, I play it in its raw form. You know what I'm saying? Just so they could see it and stuff like that and see how it is. I died, I win, whatever. I don't care. I'm just showing you the game and what it is. That's the first impression of the stream, and that's what I did. Then the second stream, because the game is so hard, no matter how much a person dies, it gets to a point in time where you do want to see progression because you got to think it's people are sitting there watching you. So I'll give you an example of what I mean. There's this one night when I was playing Watch Dogs 2 when it first came out, and it got to this point where I didn't know how to get through this puzzle because they got the in Watch Dogs they got these like puzzles with the with hacking and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was this one puzzle.
Yeah. Well, you had to rotate the boxes and then make the lines line up.
Yeah. So there was this one puzzle that was mad hard, and you got to think I got like 200 people watching me, and then because it took me literally a half an hour. It took me a half an hour to figure it out. But after that, I had like 30 people watching me because because I lost so much viewership because I couldn't figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So my thing is, not to cut you, is engagement. Because at this point, I don't want to just keep them be stuck on this one point. You want to show the duration of the game is where you're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. You want to show the progression of the game, and if I'm playing a game that's very, very difficult, and also when I play the game, even with a cheat code, I'm playing as if the cheat code ain't there anyway. I'm still trying to like challenge myself, even though I get hit. But I'm still trying to challenge myself too. So when you're watching it, that's why people ask, wait, how does he get hit like so many times? I see him trying to win, but he's still getting hit. So my thing is, it's still entertaining because I'm trying to win, but for the sake of progression and you watching the stream and you want to be entertained, you got to have that balance. And then the third thing is developers themselves use these modifications on their games when they showing it to us.
Right.
A lot of times. So I'll give you an example, right? I remember when they were showing Infamous Second Son to us, and there was this particular level, and the way they was doing it was real difficult, so they would like turn on certain things that you will not have access to in the game at this particular stage in the game, but they will give you access to it just to demonstrate to you what it's going to be like when it come out and blah 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 and what you could do and this and that. Recently I was playing Wolfenstein 2 at an event here in New York, and they gave us all these new abilities that you will not have at this particular point in the game.
All right.
But they let you test it out. So my thing is, I just want to show you options. I want to show you how it is, the raw form, the first impression, but also I want to show you what it's like just to see the progression of the game, so there's engagement. So you got to have a balance of the two. That's all it is. I don't need the cheat code to beat the game. I don't need to. I've been beating games since I was 4 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could beat the game. It'll take a lot more time. It'll be frustrating, but I could get through it.
So at the end of the day, code in to keep the viewership going, to keep everybody engaged.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just, think about it. If you go to a concert, so I don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah, we losing audio back and forth, but go ahead.
Well, I think I actually said that. It's like you know, he wanted his viewership to see the progression of the game, because if you look at it, when he was streaming that, which you know, there wasn't a lot of people, you know, as far as you are hip hop, with you know, because of the stuff. I know damn well I wasn't there. Like, so, you can definitely, you know, I can understand that because I even said that on the podcast. Like, you know, you could show your viewership something that no one else is seeing because everyone else is still on like the first set of bosses.
Right. No, I feel you. I mean, like I said, I'm glad you got in front of it, because like I said, at the end of the day, you know, the way I looked at it and the way some people did look at it, I said, okay, he's not doing an official review. He's showing his user base, the game, how fun it is. And the title of your title wasn't like official Cuphead review. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, it was over. But I know there was a tremendous backlash from some in the community because of that. And what I do have to respect from hip hop is that he was completely transparent. He's completely honest. Like, yeah, I used it and I'm doing this just to showcase the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know what I'm saying, any other reason for that. So that's why I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, you just, you know, you stepped into the plate. You know what I'm saying? Little kid got
exactly.
Way. Some people felt the way. You know what I'm saying? You stepped into the plate. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and I just want to add something. And also, I just want to add to that. Like, so what I want to tell people is this. Like, you know, and this ain't to sound like cocky or anything. I'm just being very truthful. All right? Like, I do what the hell I want to do.
Facts.
Okay, most people do what they told, or they hold themselves to a certain scrutiny of what the entire industry would see as fit. If you're trying to be a disruptor in the field, if you're trying to lead, if you're trying to do things a certain way, you can't worry about what other people do or worry about what other people say. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, until your resume can match my resume, don't talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is just facts. And it's one of those situations where if I tell somebody to go buy Cuphead because it's great, whether I use a cheat code or not, over 1 million people bought that shit. So obviously what I've been saying was accurate based on how people voted with their wallets. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't matter. Because if I'm reviewing a game, I review a game based on, if it has a story, then I would do it based on a story. And I'm going to say something else, because somebody said, I don't know who said this, but you don't have to finish a video game to be able to review it. I don't give a damn what you say. I'm going to tell you why.
Let's get
I'm going to tell you why.
Let's get into it.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because... And I'm gonna relate it to music slightly, and then I'm gonna give you a deeper definition from the gaming standpoint. So, if somebody play a song for me, it's a 3-minute song. After the first 20-25 seconds, that shit ain't popping. Next, that's it. And everybody do that shit. Everybody do that shit. You can talk to Puffy, you can talk to 50 Cent, and all of these cats. And I've been around. Trust me. This is how. Like, all right. That's one. Two. When you're an expert at something, like how I'm an expert in games, I could play a game, right, for like a few hours. And if I give a game enough of my time and I just not really getting into it, I'm not feeling it, just like the Echo game that I just played from Ultra. I played, for the first hour in the game, all I did was walk. But like for the first hour, it's like I'm just not engaged in it no more, so I got to put this to the side. So my thing is, it's like you gotta give it you gotta give a game a chance. Don't get me wrong. But in my review, hold on, let me finish. Please, let me finish. So when it comes to story, if I beat the story or not, I'm not gonna tell you the shit. That's a spoiler. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna tell you the story that I experienced. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Look, the graphics is hot or it's not. The gameplay in terms of response time is hot or it's not. The sound effects is dope. Is hot or it's not. Like the fun factor is hot or it's not. Based on those parameters and variables, I don't need to finish the game to let you know how the shit feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can let you know how I feel within the first 20-30 minutes of a game. The moment you move the controller, you can tell if it's good or not, because that's what's gonna make you want to continue playing this shit. Right. So at the end of the day, that's what matters. Go ahead.
Okay, well, go King, and I'll have something about that.
Okay, all right. So what you're doing is you just give a brief synopsis of the game, and you like, if you feel the game, then you know this is how it is, or whatever. And if it's a story-based game, you're not gonna go too much into the ending of the game. You're just gonna allow them to play the game and get to the end and see for themselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I don't want to spoil it. But what I will say is, like, if when I'm playing a game, and even if it's a story game, like when I was streaming Uncharted and stuff like that, I was like, yo, this is crazy, because they're watching me. They watching me look at the story portion of that part of the game, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy, this and that. And then some people may not have played the other Uncharted games, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy because such and such. Matter of fact, you should go back and play this game, and then you appreciate this one more, like how I appreciate it, and it gets them excited because they like, damn, like I want to feel the way that dude feel when I play this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just different. Like I tell people all the time, do not put me in the same box or bubble as any other journalist that do a review, because their review is very orchestrated and staged a certain way. My reviews is very raw. You don't know what you're gonna get from me, because when I play the game, I just put that shit in. My initial feeling of a game, if I like it or if I don't like it, you're gonna see that because I give my first raw impression of the shit. Right. Like a lot of times when I stream a game, I never played it before and then y'all see the raw.
No, that's real. I respect your perspective on it. My question to you though, in reference to that, is I'm gonna flip your same analogy though, in the sense that okay, let's say you get an album, because I've had situations where I cop an album, right, and then it's like that. Sometimes, like, you know how like that track one, it need to hit for you to be popping, and like sometimes, let's say track one, track two ain't really it, and I'm like, and then by like track 3, 4, and then the rest of the album is tough. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I do see what you're saying, but I've been in scenarios where a game I've played may have not started off really slow and then start to heat up. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the flip side, where you have a game that may start off really strong, and then you get to the end and you're like, yo, I did all that, and that was trash. You know what I'm saying? So it's two sides to it, hip hop, and that's something I definitely want to bring on as far as the show, as far as, you know, having that discussion even more and getting deeper into it even more. Because at the end of the day, I do agree with what you're saying. At the end of the day, you control your medium, and you're a boss. You move how you move. You know what I'm saying? So that's facts. You know what I'm saying? That no one's disputing that. And at the end of the day, you are one of the few journalists who actually puts it on the line, who actually will say, look, I play these games, I get busy, I do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to get out of this as well, because a lot of these dudes don't play games that's actually reviewing these stuff. They're not nice. They're not talented in any form. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, a lot of dudes, and I'm glad that you even showed me the respect to even play me. To be honest with you understand? Because you could have been like, man, fuck this dude on this podcast. Be honest with you. I mean, he could have been. I'm like 100% with it. Yeah. I mean, even if we chopped it up before, whatever we chopped it up, because me and you chopped it up in person. So you know, even if we chopped it up before, you could have been like, the hell with this dude.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that, man. Listen, everybody that knows me, that has ever watched a video from me, always know that I put God first in everything I do. One love and God bless. I say it, that's my slogan and all that other stuff. So at the end of the day, I'm led by love. None of this shit means anything unless there's love in it, and unless you are willing to be a brother, a friend to anyone that you encounter in life, period. So at the end of the day, none of this shit means, it doesn't mean anything unless you're doing the right things with it. That's it. So that's how I am as a person, as a friend, as a father, as a son, or whatever. Like, this is who I am. I love people. I love this. This is how I am. So, you know, that's why when people talk what they talk, they're talking from a space of what they heard about me or whatever. But until you talk to me and meet me and interact with me, you have no choice but to love me. It's a law to love me. You have no choice, man. You just roll with me, man. You have no choice, man.
Baby. Hip-hop's in the building.
I definitely got a question for you, Hip Hop. Did you expect, like, after all the whole Cuphead thing was over, did you expect the reaction that you got, or was it like, did you get blindsided by it?
Good question.
That is a great question. No, I didn't get blindsided at all. I actually expected it because I know nobody else will do that shit. And anytime somebody do something that other people have some sort of fear of doing or just wouldn't do, then it's going to be questioned, because most people are followers. Like 98% of people are followers. And if you don't follow what other people are following, then they look at you as an outcast. And if you're the outcast, you'll get called out. So my thing is, I'm the kind of person call me out all the time, because the only reason why you calling me out is because you have a fear of doing the things that I actually do. So indirectly, you really want to be me. You want to be hip hop gamer, but you can't.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? That's the facts. That's what it is. Like, why you think I'm able to break? Like, I be breaking stories before a lot of the big conglomerates. Wonder why? Because like developers and those type of people, they talk to me on a real level because they know good and well I'm not there to just get an interview and bounce. I'm there to fuck with you. Like, I'm there to talk to you and build a real relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the game business, like, you my nigga. Like, I was with Ed Boon the other night.
Facts.
Chilling.
That's what's up.
Hanging out with him. I was with John Tobias. Like, I was with the first crew that did Mortal Kombat 1.
Tobias and Boone, baby.
Boone is mad cool. I chopped it up with him.
Exactly.
He's real dude, man.
Yeah, so you already know what it is. So I was with him the other night. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I hosted the 25th anniversary of the Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I was, at the end of the day, people could say, oh, he's cheating in the game. They say, all right, well, if you feel like cheating, play me.
Let's go. That's what I'm
you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. Like, and that's how I handle it. And just to get back to a question that you brought up in terms of the album, in terms of the beginning and the end, and something can be hot and something at the end. Okay, so here's two things the way I would answer that. One, everything is always based on one's opinion. So just as well as you said, the album could start good and end up bad. Somebody could say, well, nah, it started off bad and ended up good, or it ended like, everything is their own experience and how they received it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Everything is subjective. So what I would say is, when I play a game and I'm playing a story, it's up to you on how the story affects you. It don't matter what I tell you about the story. I could say the story is hot and I could play the whole shit and you could think everything I said was garbage. It don't matter. Right. But yeah, so it's all subjective. So the only thing that I can tell you that's more towards a fact as opposed to something that's subjective is what we see on screen in terms of the graphics, what we hear with our ears in terms of the sound design, and what we feel when we control if it's responsive or not. That's the closest thing you can get to a fact. So when somebody pick it up, they can respect what you're saying the most. So when it comes to story, no matter if I play the whole shit or not, there's going to be people that will receive things differently. For example, the girl that I called out at IGN when she gave Resident Evil 7 a 7 out of 10. Yeah. She was smoking all types of crack to me. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world. There's a new level of crack that will tell you something like that. Yeah, but the thing is, that's how she felt. That's how she felt. I'm the kind of person. Challenge your own theories on things because I don't like inconsistencies. I see people that will do a review and say, oh, the load times was too long for this game, and then they'll take off a few points because the load times was too long. But then you'll get Metal Gear, they got mad long load times to give it a 10.
Yeah. You see the double standard. So your main thing is consistency and double standard. Like that because I see you go hard sometimes, bro. I really see you be going.
So pretty much like and I do agree with you to a huge point on that is there is a lot of the industry that I wouldn't say they're bought, but their thoughts are hugely manipulated.
Now some of them was bought. I can tell you that for a fact. Some of them was bought. People used to think that I was bought. I'm like, what? Are you stupid? First of all, I never worked for a company in this industry ever. I've did partnerships with people. I got partnerships now. But that just means that I'm equal. And the fact that I'm equal, I say what I want, I do what I want. And the reason why they rock with me, because they know that when they rock with HipHopGamer, you're going to get the real, you're going to get the raw, and you're going to get a level of quality that you're not going to see nowhere in the industry. And everything I do is driven by passion because my grandmother taught me this. Rest in peace. So it's a whole nother beast with me. That's why they rock with me.
Yo, hip hop. Let me ask you a question. That performance enhancing stuff, that's the one that got you, right? You was like, you was like,
you say that,
choke right now.
Yo, when you said that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yo, so I'm gonna put you on, right? So a lot of people may not notice about me, but if any of y'all ever met 50 Cent,
oh yeah,
you'll see a lot of similarity between me and 50 Cent.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh yeah.
So with 50, right, when he was battling Ja Rule and he was killing him, and then Jadakiss and Fat Joe did the New York song with him, and 50 was like, oh, they trying to help him.
Don't stand next to him.
After I done destroyed him.
Don't stand next to him.
So now I gotta get him. So I'm the kind of person where, when it comes to that, if I'm in a battle with you and I'm debating you and I see people trying to like egg you on and make you feel good about what you're doing, Okay, now I gotta get him. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, we're not gonna just do a traditional podcast and just have some talk. We need some action.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
That's what make it
So I was like,
that's
okay,
what we cut from hip hop.
yeah.
That's what we cut from. We put it on the line. Show
You already know this. I'm
100%.
from Brooklyn. I'm from New York all day. You know what it is.
Exactly. The Bronx and
it's
Brooklyn.
the
That's how
Bronx,
it go
South
down
Bronx,
for the boogie
baby.
down. You know what I'm saying? So we put it on the line. It's enough for the talk. Let's get in the ring. Let's see who's the best. You know what I'm saying? And we chop it up. We laugh. Joke
You
afterwards.
saw when you got on, you was like, oh, he on right there. He's right there. Oh, what's up?
But what's funny is
we love you, bro. That was dope, man. That was for the culture. I love that. We love to see that, man. Like I said, definitely.
What's funny is I just woke up, like not even like 40, 50
Yo,
minutes
I
ago.
swear, addict text right after. He's like, hip hop with the question mark. And I lost. I tweeted it. I tweeted it right out.
Here. You didn't just say I lost, okay?
I'll send you the screenshot.
He's a man about it. He can't hear me too. I was a man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought you was in trouble here.
Yeah, you did say
Yo,
kid gets it. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? But I respect the fact that he even stepped up to the plate.
That's what
You know
I'm talking about.
No fear.
Thank you, man.
Straight gangster.
Yo, when you said the game last night,
you know what I mean? Roman balls.
As soon as I got the text last night, as soon as he sent the game, I jumped right on PlayStation. Tekken 7. I jumped right on the PlayStation. I paid for my 3 months, 24. Boom. I was like, oh, and they had Tekken on sale. I was like, let me get that.
Shout out to Lord King. I gotta big up my man though. Shout out for Lord King on his
King came through with it
anytime. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes would have done that too. They wouldn't have signed that contract either. So I gotta give it up to my man.
Listen. He sent me the invite. I'm like, because I sent it to him. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on this PlayStation. Yo, I got it, but I never talked to nobody on it because I got no friends in it.
Yo, it was bad funny, man. Yo, the dialogue was crazy. Like it was bad funny. And I saved every clip. Just let you know, I saved every round. I saved every round. I saved it all. So I'm gonna release the footage. So I saved every round. Yeah, for the footage, I saved every round.
Hip hop. Out of curiosity, was there audio on this footage?
Yeah, I put the audio on and everything. I put share party audio, all that shit. I put it all on. That's why I was like, y'all so king. I was like, y'all so king. Hold on a second. Let me do something real quick. And I set everything up and everything like that. And then I was like, let's go. Roll up. And then also, like what? and then also, just to say to King and just everybody out there. First off, I love you guys podcast. Like what I'm saying. I hope y'all know that. I appreciate y'all so much. I really do. Mm-hmm. And like what I really wanted to say, and when I came on here, I was like, look. The reason why I set it up the way I set it up, and this is what I was telling you before in the chat, King, that I said I'm gonna tell you when we on the podcast.
Yeah.
So the thing is, anytime somebody comes out and like talk trash about something, like if you talk trash about something that you fully don't have 100% information on, then you already put yourself in a position to be. You already put yourself in a disadvantage and a submissive position because now I get to control how the whole thing play out because the banter wasn't equal. It was all you coming at me. I never said nothing to you. So because you put all your words out there like that, it gave me the advantage to say, well, since you said this and since I'm a cheater and blah blah blah, we're gonna do everything on my terms. We're gonna do everything on my terms. And since the thing is, and since I put everything on my terms and stuff like that, what you thought was an advantage because people was bigging you up because it was cool to get at me, with the Cuphead thing, and everybody was like, yeah. But all those people ain't around when you took that loss. You understand what I'm saying?
But they're around to look at the loss. This is one thing I gotta say is this. They can understand that when you accept a challenge, you take a challenge, and you got to back your words up. So I said whatever I said about the man. So me and the man, had our ones and twos. We win in the woodshed. We worked that out. Woodshed. And after we came out the woodshed, see, this is where the difference is, and this is how you won. And I'm gonna tell you how you won. You came from it in a standpoint of love, and let me teach this man something. Right?
Thanks.
I came from it I came from it from a standpoint as, oh, he said what? He challenged me. I'm gonna break him down. So instead of coming at it in the avenue that you came at it with, you was at peace with it when I was at rage with it. You understand? So when you had rage with it, of course you had a disadvantage, and you at peace with it. So that's why, first of all, when we got on the air, when me and you was chopping it up, and when you release the footage, they're gonna hear it, and they're gonna be like, was they sitting next to each other?
Yeah, because he was chopping it out at a good time,
Like, was they drinking a beer or something with each other? These dudes ain't got no water with each other. They Mayweather and McGregor does. We got
laughing to the next baby. Laughing to the...
So it's like they don't understand that. Me, you already chopped it up, but I love the fact that you came through no matter what. Like, that was more than anything. When I saw it pop up on the screen and it was like hip hop, I was like, yo, he hit him. I was like, yo, I really feel that. Because you, like you said, you had stuff that you had to do and you was doing stuff. I'm pretty sure you got stuff in places that you had to be or whatever, but you took your time out.
Facts. And that's what we appreciate.
And I appreciate
no problem, man.
That's why I told you we're gonna jump on the podcast right now. You available right now? Available right now. Let's go.
Definitely, because we got to give it up. We give it up when we got to give it up. That's one thing about the Lords. You know what I'm saying? We always respect everybody.
Yeah.
It's a great atmosphere, and also, you know, we got to get you on the follow up. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull that.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk real gaming. I want to know, and also I want to promote what you're doing, because I, like I said, a lot of people to me don't give each other a lot of respect out here in this field. And what with the program, the platform we trying to build, you a lord at what you do. You know what I'm saying? So when you come on,
God bless, man.
Exactly. We're gonna come on, we're gonna promote you, we're gonna have you tell us what's going on with you, and we're gonna talk game and we're gonna have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And the last thing that I'll say is one of the most important things about this whole scenario that took place is creating positive reference points. So I'll give you an example, right? It's just like if you save a game, like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to start from a certain save point. So I feel like my life through people need to be positive reference points. So each person that I encounter is like a save point in my life.
That's dope.
You understand what I'm saying?
Dope.
So the way I utilize it is when I'm talking to King, I'm like, yo, King, out of all the experience that we just went through, if somebody says something about me and they don't know me, but you overhear it, more than likely King will be like, yo, don't talk about that, man. You don't even know that, man.
Because the Lord's gonna shut that right down.
Yeah, because of the experience that we was able to share, it creates a positive reference point to people. So I encourage people that's listening to this podcast, like, you know, right now, make sure that your actions and your love is utilized as a save point through others when they encounter you, because that is the only way that who you are can go viral in a positive light that could change people's lives, even if you never spoke to them. Utilize people in a positive way.
That's a fact.
And that's it. That's my message.
Yo, we gotta end it on that, because
we're gonna end it on that, man. Shout out to King. Shout out to Lord HipHop. That was love. We're gonna get you back on the show, bro. We're gonna work out this schedule. We're gonna talk some gaming.
I got a friend on PlayStation now.
Yeah.
Lover. It's now on TV.
Oh man. Yeah, love you guys, man. This is great, man.
All right,
one good brother. Stuff, baby. One love, man.
All right, one. Y'all take care.
All right,
all right, cool.